rising to my king, queen, gods, and goddesses. I am your boy Terrible Waunstar. We're gonna chill down a little bit. We're gonna take a little time on this one. This is for whoever's watching, but especially for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus, or wherever it's at in your chart. Hey, salutations. Can you hear me? I hope you can. So, I was just playing around just for a minute, just relaxing my mind, get myself together before we got up in here. So let's go ahead and get everything together into the right aspect. Now, the title of this one, Virgo, is This Tragic End Has to Happen So the New Can Begin. This is dealing with final chapters. I see you, baby. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, Nicole, as well. Now, shout out to you, Queen. So, with that basically being said, I don't know why. I was just turning around, just listening to some little soul, jazz music and this, that, and the other. And I feel like, Virgo, some of you are starting to accept some type of ending so this newness can come in to take place. Now, dog, I can't get directly all up into it. Can I at least get an introduction first? Okay. Okay, now this is a disclaimer. This is a general reading. Take it as it resonates. If it resonates for you, make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe, and share button. Now, not only that, if it's not me that I can help you on your journey, it's other people. Okay, look, let's stop. Let's take a time out, okay? Now, we're not gonna say any more names. I said my little selection. You gotta listen to the last one, but it's beautiful people out here because I don't want to create controversy, okay? Because it can be controversial when it comes to viewers and people watching. So we just gonna keep it clean. Now, it's other people. You take the preference of who you need to help you on your journey to go their way, okay? Because I don't want no smoke or somebody. Hey, it ain't saying somebody. I just don't want any interference of what's going on here in a positive setting, okay? So forgive me, but them are like still great, talented readers. But I'm just gonna say it like that. So I don't want no controversy or no smoke, no spiritual warfare. I don't want none of that. I don't believe in that. I just believe in us being one big family. So let's all love each other, one accord. And I don't mean no harm to anybody who may take that the wrong way. Okay. So shout out again to everybody who is healers and doing everything you got to do. I salute you and I commend you and I love you from the bottom part of my heart with no judgment in what you do, how you do it. Okay. To each his own. So, whew, I had to get that out the way. Let's go on and get in prayer. Spirit guides in the universe, I just thank you right now for everybody coming to the channel. Lead us, guide us, give us the blueprint and the understanding towards our highest good and highest expectations. Now, anybody wishing an ill will, mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, or emotionally, what we like to do over here, give the energy to the universe and never to the sender because the universe know how to deal with that so we can just be received properly, the highest good and highest expectations towards our life purpose, okay? Ashe, Ashe, Amen, Salah. Now, greetings, salutations, assalamu alaikum, grand rising. I know, I mean, it's so many people up in here, but I just want to say it all at least one time so I can do it now. All right, here we go. The tragic end has to end so the new can begin, okay? Virgo, cross watcher, whoever's watching, you may be rebuilding or getting ready to go into a phase where you are restarting over again, offer some type of truthful ending, painful ending, or something that had to come to an end. Now, here we go. Let me give a warning before I even get deep in this because I know this is going to be one of the top readings ever, okay? Now, if you're in a situation where this loss that you may have taken place trigger you right now, or you feel like this reading gonna trigger you, might as well go on and exit. Okay. Normally I'd be the most optimistic person that I can be in a positive light and transmute it so everybody can understand different ways to see what you need to see. But this time this is gonna be kind of uncut, okay? So put in your earbuds for some of you. It's not gonna be like profound, but I'm just saying it's gonna make you realize about you just as much as what you're going through, okay? Now, even though you rebuilding and restarting from some hurtful ending or loss that came into your life, you had to take a pause because you had to stop being so impulsive or stop caring, or you just got fed up. But it was something that created some type of spark in you to create two things: one, a new awakening, and two, you had to stand up for yourself in order to show people who you are. Now, it's each is right, it's all in the perception of the individuals, okay? But even though you had to to take this pause. You had to release whatever it was or whatever it's meant to be spiritually because it wasn't meant to be in your life. So some of you may had to be a leader and stand up and sacrifice yourself for people to see things differently or how things may operate. This may be you in a relationship where you had to sacrifice stop putting in so much energy and so much effort so you won't be hurt in the long run. But Virgo, you had to truly start accepting things or cross watcher for how they are. So now you can start pushing for a new start. Now, some of you are going back into this boss type of energy, right? So instead of letting people take advantage of you towards their own personal gain, you start taking care of you and start standing on what you meant to be as the king, queen, god, or goddess into your life towards your own personal growth. Now, catch 22. Yes, you've done the good things for you and you know how to transmute that energy. You know how to be more optimistic and be more positive. But let's bring it down to be more realistic of the things that you may need to be aware of if you're going through the same repetitious cycles when it comes to an ending chapter. Now, this can be for some of you loving people too much. This can be some of you dealing with addictions. This can be some of you being too rebellious when it comes to authority figures. To each his own, take it as it resonates. But right now, Virgo Spirit want me to tell you, or cross watcher, or whoever's watching, this energy is really help you grow because somebody arrogance has caused you to lose something in the material realm or down here on earth. It may be a job. You may lost a relationship. You may lost your confidence, your self-doubt. But what it was a spiritual curse that they all try to put a line on you, Virgo. And I feel like it's more than one type of people. So you may took a hit after hit after hit after hit. What they mean, it's a tower moment, yeah, but it was more of a test to see if you was gonna stand for yourself spiritually with the divine or follow God or follow the universe in the way you need it to be, or are you just gonna follow man and keep following suit, being a follower, and that's not you, Virgo. So, Virgo, whatever actions they may have taken place, yes, you may have lost the battle, but spiritually, majority of you have won the war. Meaning, yeah, you may have to go through the catch 22 of losing your job or losing something of value or losing something that was hurtful to you. But as you walk out going towards your new purpose, your recognition and your victory will still stand because even though you are doing what you got to do in your life, many people wasn't aware of your value. So when they try to take advantage of you and realize that you had too much power of inspiration, or you may feel like you have this it's just this aura that you carry that you gather people around you even when you don't try to lead, they come to you. And it's like even on your personal self, people try to put you down in hurtful situations, but you still rise beyond the expectations. So that intimidates them and put them in fear. So whatever it had to be, this type of loss that you may see, you had to transmute the energy in order to be like, okay, here we go. Yeah, they got me again. Time to rebuild it. But now it's like, even though you go through the cycles of this, and some of you may have been going through this for a while after a while, and you picking your pieces up with dignity and pride, then like how the first time, oh, I fell apart and I fell to pieces. How I'm gonna get myself together, and then you put yourself back together, glue yourself back together. Now you done went through your healing and you back together, and then you start walking on your journey. Somebody else come in your life and you shatter again. But this time the piece is a little bit bigger than it was the first time because you still already glued some of the pain that you have went through. So you start, oh my God, here we go again. So now you at to the point now you're like, well, I'm so used to this in life. Well, let me go. Well, I got the glue in my back pocket. Let me go on and start putting myself back together again because you done became numb, or you have stood up for yourself for so long. Now you have understand that if you leave a certain situation, you know another door is opening for something better for majority of you. Okay. Now, someone arrogance has caused you to lose this, but spiritually, you have caused them to face their personal karma off their own ego. And again, a lot of people are still behind this as well. But guess what? Virgo, cross watcher, victory may come in your favor. Now, it may not come the way that you want it to come, but again, you still got victory. If you got to release, if you have stress that's been released off of you, that's a victory. If you ain't got to worry about doing this, that, and the other, and dealing with this, that, and the other for your personal peace, that's a victory. No matter how you had to stand about it, no matter how an outcome may happen in your life with relationships or career, or even with your personal self, it had to happen because the victory is in your favor. You are receiving the recognition as you are transitioning into a new harmonial balance. You just have to take that leap of faith. Now, again, here we go. Some of you may have been in this situation for far too long where you couldn't even handle it no more, and God just had to remove you out of it anyway. It was like, okay, Virgo, you ain't gonna leave. So you ain't finna leave little Tommy, and Tommy been doing A through Z to you. Okay, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kick you on off the edge and gonna, yeah, I'll catch you before you hit the bottom, but it's a long way there. This is an unlimited pit. I created when it drops, so I'll catch you in a minute. So that's how you may be going through some of this off of these people. But again, when it's dealing with painful cycles, you are understanding the lessons of what you need to go through in order to evolve, no matter who you are watching this. Now, do you got haters? Yeah, you got a lot of haters around you. Guess what? Don't even worry about them, because when you worry about a hater, they got control over you. Now, do you got people that's envious of you at work? Yeah, Virgo, but don't even worry about it. Don't even be compassionate anymore when it comes to certain situations like that, because you got to remember, and somebody did make sense to me. Somebody gave me some, dropped a little gem with a download, and it was more like, and it's in a Christian context. Let me say it like that. Don't put no faith in no man or one man but God or the universe. Because no matter what you may expect, they will fail you every time. But the universe has never failed you on where you going on your spiritual journey. And put it like this: when y'all lose a job, I promise you, y'all have another one with even more higher pay the next day. Or if you lose a relationship, believe me, it was already somebody that was looking at you that you probably just didn't realize that way had more potential than you thought they had, until you start seeing the real value. Like what I'm saying, whatever you touch turns to gold, whoever's watching this right now. But let's get on up into this. Now, let's do meditation, man. Y'all see, I kind of like going more live. I love going live. Actually, live is more fun to me because you get to really feel more of the energy of what's going on, and then me just trying to be in a time setting. Now, I'm not knocking nobody because I still do it anyway, but I just love being on here with y'all because we all one accord. Okay, so I'm kind of nervous. I don't know why, Virgo, but I feel like some of y'all got a lot of tension where you may be holding in, where you ready to explode. Don't explode, because it's not even worth your time. Like, you got to understand, when a door closes, another one comes up. And I'm glad this card came out. I ain't even look at it, but it is breathe. Okay. So what we're gonna work on, easing from boundaries and immunity. Okay. Now bring the tip of the index finger to touch the base of the thumbs. Touch the tip of the thumb to the tip up of the middle finger. Allow the other fingers to extend outward. Rest the backs of the hands on the top of the thighs, palms facing up. Now, this is what we're going to work on. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. Ashe, Ashe, Amen. Okay. Now, I'll do the shout outs after we get through this. Okay. Here we go. Let's breathe in. Positive energy, positive light, full abundance to your highest good and understanding. Hold it. And release out all the negativity, all the stress, all the worries, all the doubts, all the concerns. Anything that's not for you, we're letting it go. Okay. Very good. Breathe in. Positive energy, positive light, full abundance to your highest good and understanding. Now hold it. And release out all the negativity, all the stress, all the worries, all the doubts, all the concerns, anything that's not suitable for you. Very good. One last time. Breathe in. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. Hold it. And release out. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. I sense and open to perfect balance and breath. Ashe, Ashe, Amen, Salah, Namaste. Let's get into it. Okay, now, whoo, Virgo, I need some of y'all to relax. Some of y'all been like racing. Um, it may be something like a contract or a deadline that may be coming in. Make sure you keep balance, because you're okay. Don't be in your head about it. everything's gonna fall out perfectly on fine on time. Okay. Now, some of you may have to understand about the challenges that you may have been going through. Some of them may be emotional turmoil, dealing with things that you are compassionate about more than others. But instead of you trying to be a team player, you like to be by yourself, and they like to use you and benefit you until you end up losing yourself. And once you start to lose yourself, that's when they try to take advantage and get all the information and then kick you directly out the door. Now, this can be friends using some of you. This can be you be in a situation where you let people take advantage of you as well. Okay, so spiritually, I feel like what's going on with the Judgment card basically being in reverse with the Seven of Cups. Um, you are not allowing yourself to heal from the repetitious cycles of the knowledge that you need to understand from making poor judgment calls dealing with individuals that you want to be happy with. However, they may be overindulging you into the wrong road. Okay. Now, when I say it like this, I'm not talking about people that you see every day. Yes, I am, but I'm talking about even though if you cut these people off and you bring a new type of people in, it's the same energy. And even when you cut them off, you bring it back in, it's still a new type of energy. Divinely, spirit wants you to get the understanding that even though you on a voyage of, some of y'all may have to be on this voyage of doing this alone by yourself, but you have to face your demons just as much as facing other people around you. And then you have to learn the lessons about going through the emotional storms, that when people try to put this on you, that you don't act in a malicious type of way. And when I say Virgos acting malicious, even when you do it one time, they're gonna hold you accountable more than with other people. Okay, so this is the difference between you being a high vibration or you standing in your power, just by you being who you are compared to anybody else. Okay, now, thank you. Shout out to you, Queen. Now, if they get you up out of here, that's on you. So now, okay, shout out. Keep going. Now, no matter about what's going on with that situation, but then again, you may have got shot out of a situation. Thank you for whoever happened. So it may be a situation where they probably blackballed you out of something, or it may be something that just wasn't ready for you to, or something that you didn't agree with. And since you didn't agree with it, it was time for you to make an exit. Now, even though you are starting to learn, but the voyages that you are being on right now, it's all about you spiritually ascending, and and the places that you once was at is no longer good for you. Okay. So now, not only that, you are learning more about how to heal yourself more spiritually. Now, you have been following intuition. You have been loving yourself. However, by you being always unaware when people try to bring things to you that's hidden, or things that come to the surface, you are starting to be more knowledgeable now about how to harness your energy from the past lessons that you have failed from. And this can be up to now. This can be you dealing with you how to understand how to control your attitude, how to control yourself in certain settings. You understand and very intuitive about the people that you dealing around with. And even though you know how they are, you got to just keep it real with yourself, that if they do other people like that, they're going to do you like that as well. And you starting to understand how to remove yourself spiritually, mentally, and physically away from these type of individuals. But however, you are learning that even dealing with these type of conflicting type of energies, you still got to remain balanced, because who you are is different from them. You may not materially have the power and the value, but the inspiration or the way that you inspire yourself like a warrior. You see what I'm saying? Like you when you attack, but you got to stop attacking those unless they meant to be attacked. Some people that like to gaslight you ain't meant to be attacked. They not meant to have that energy. They ain't meant to see that dark side of Virgo. They ain't meant to see how when you aim high, you can aim higher than them. So what they had to do for some of you, they had to push you out the door. And this time, what I'm saying for you, you getting the understanding, and you are more released about what's going on your spiritual self. Cause now you can go back and aid yourself to back to where you need to be on your purpose. And this is all about the voyage that you had to take. So spirit is guiding you away from the turmoil. They're guiding you away from these toxic jobs. They're guiding you away from these toxic lovers. They're guiding you away from the toxic family members. They are guiding you on a journey for you to re-age yourself and let them help you from falling all the pieces down the wrong road. Because when you try to heal, you got a youthful type of healing where it's not that full healing for you. It's like you learning self, you self teaching yourself how to love yourself without getting the proper knowledge from the Most High, or not listening on how to heal yourself. Don't have the lack of self-doubt into healing though. That's the key thing. You may have a lack of self-doubt all because you may feel like you upside down about whatever in it, whatever happened. So spiritually, you're down because yes, it did happen. Now, good thing about it, let's transmute the energy. You was right. Transmute it. You was right about whatever situation you thought was happening happened. But don't feel bad because it happened. People was testing you. Remember, you thought you would do no, 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 no. When you start seeing situations, your spiritual gifts has enhanced, and you see how it happens. So everything happened for a reason. But get ready because when one door shut, another door open. Don't worry about getting pushed. Worry about the lessons that you learn while in that season. See, that's what half of us fail to realize. We more hurt about the situation of the outcome. But look at what you learn. Take that lesson with you because we too busy caught up on money and value and currency. But when you start looking at work like time, okay, yeah, I get paid this much, but I'm learning this much right here. Okay, if I don't like this, how can I elevate myself so when I leave or when they try to cross me out or do something like that, how can I already have that on my resume to make it even look better? Or okay, I see everybody looking at me. They done the same thing to Susie over there. Oh, they targeting. Oh, okay. Let me go on. And Spirit is like going to start filling out applications. For what? I'm cool. Start filling out applications. Or in a relationship, why he ain't talking to me like that no more? I ain't heard he ain't been calling me like he used to. Girl, live your life. What you mean? Girl, live your life. You already getting the lessons and the signs and the warnings of what's going on. But spiritually, don't be feeling like you left out because you're not. You're just going through a transition. All right, let's get into tarot. Now, that was just the spiritual side of it. Make sure y'all hit that like, comment, subscribe button. I love every single one of y'all. Shout out again to Cross Watchers. Shout out again to my Virgos. Y'all know we gang up in here. But now with that basically being said again, shout out to everybody because I love you all. Ooh. What do we have for Virgo? Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus, or whatever is that in your chart, or whoever's watching. All right, I'm in. All right, Virgo, you may be trying to balance something out. Now, when I say balance something out, yes, did you get the recognition that you deserve? I told you, yes, you did, but it was a catch-22. You got the recognition from everybody around, from standing your ground, from you being who you are, being the authentic self that you are. You got the recognition and the victory. However, you may lost the finances by doing it. You may turn around and lost something in a material gain. All about, let's flip and see, all about something better coming in for you. It's a cycle that had to end. You are no longer suitable to be in this energy for your value. You have understood the lessons when it came to taking a step in a leap of faith that you needed to be. And right now, again, with the Ten of Pentacles clarified by the Chariot card, you are divinely meant to move forward. So it was something that you may have been stuck in. It could have been stuck in trying to leave a relationship. It could have been you stuck mentally in a situation where you didn't know what direction that you needed to take. But now you starting to receive the recognition and the victory that you need to put yourself in a harmonious balance while you going into something new in your everyday life. Yes, was this transition hard? Was it absorbing? Yes. Was it a win? Yes. But was it a loss? Yes. It's all in how you take it. Now, not only that, I do see right now you are getting victory and something bigger is coming in for you. I can't make this up. This is how the cards falling out. Now, if you're in a relationship, I feel like if some of y'all had a falling out or somebody had to be around you for a long period of time, they actually see you for who you are and you are marriage material. You are that king, queen, god, goddess, wife, husband material. Now, even though you are moving forward into a new cycle with new material wealth and new material knowledge and resources to come in from, you are no longer letting people absorb you away from your emotional feelings. I feel like that's what a lot of you learn, especially when it comes to dealing with love. Because we got the Knight of Cups clarified by the Two of Cups basically being in reverse. So I feel like right now the good offers that you wanted, yeah, you lost it, but it's still somebody else coming in. You got to understand that, yeah, some things may hurt. Some things may not go in your favor, but it's still something good to transmute that energy to look at it about the challenges of you have to still take that leap of faith if you like it or not. Spirit had to put you like you on that ledge, and Spirit is like, okay, I told you to jump like a year ago. You don't want to jump? You sure you don't want to jump? Okay, I'm gonna push you. Don't worry about it. Eight of Cups basically being right behind, right beside it. I'm gonna push you. So that's what happened to some of you. You were scared to take that leap of faith with your challenges, and you kept procrastinating on it. And the more you start procrastinating, I'm sorry, because the more you start making delays about taking this genuine leap of faith, about being the self who you was, and by the time you done it, what happened was when you had to walk away, that's when you finally got the right judgment call. So when you got pushed away from that relationship, when you got pushed away from you being who you are, you wasn't winning. But when you walked away from it or you stood up for yourself, oh my gosh, who is this person right here? He's not controllable, or I cannot control her attitude. And what you got to do, she told a secret to everybody in here and over there. So what you want to do? Forget the work ethic. We just got to get rid of her because she got too much inspiration, or he got too much inspiration over the people. And it's like, what should we do? Don't worry about it. We just gonna have to figure out. So this is what's happening. Some people are even doing the lies. They still gotta go. Remember, I told you in that last reading how you just that pebble. You are just that pebble. And even though it's like Angry Birds, that is the best analogy to say. Hold on, let me sip this. You are like Angry Bird. You is this one pebble, and they done got through everybody else. And you are this last pebble on this board that you know that the right shot can knock this tower down. So the universe pulled back on you and then just let you go. So when the universe let you go, and even though it said, hold on, even though it may say it still had to crumble. It may not crumble right now when you see it, but it's crumbling off of what they spiritually done wrong to you. So you are that last angry bird. I hate to even say it like that, but yeah, you probably was the angry bird that steps to. You probably said something for a lot of people that made them feel good within themselves, and that was your purpose. To give people the inspiration and hope to know their value is better than what how people portray them to be. Ashe. Ashe. Ooh, that was chills. Oh man. Okay, let's oh my gosh. Okay, message. All right. Let's see. The victory that you receive and something big coming in, it's to me, I feel like it's a start over. You had to let something die out because this is in reverse. So you had to end some things and let some things go back into the soil. That means you may have to cut off the top part of the fruit. And if it's not rooted in to the knowledge and the foundation of wherever it's getting its nutrients in its soil from, it got to die. So I feel like you stopped giving the knowledge and the information, or they couldn't control you or contain you for this start over where you probably thought was okay. It's all because this new beginning and this new balance is taking place. Because the more you started expecting and the more faith that you have, you understand you manifest beautiful things. Look how it is now. Again, beautiful things, your happiness, the growth that not only you see how she's walking in this field. This can be you being in your divine energy of your feminine energy as you turn around and nurturing people around you. But even though you walking on your own path, they know if they take you out and you're the gardener, how else the field is gonna get the nutrients that they need. And what happened is it starts to wither away and die when you start to walk away and go on a new path. So I feel like that's what happened when they started absorbing you and you started understanding you had to make that judgment call to go into something better. You kept hoping for small amount of emotional satisfaction when it came to things that wasn't benefiting you, and that was the problem. And that's when you started standing up for yourself. Now could they handle you? Hell no. Not with this Queen of Wand energy. Hell no, because you stand alone. That's what they don't like. You stand alone and you do take action in the words that's behind your back. Like what you say, if you say something, you stand by it. Sometimes the Virgo's problem is we tell you what we're gonna do verbatim, and y'all just don't be believing that half the time. So with this being said, like you are emotionally at to the point where you need to be, you standing back into your power. When it comes to people that want to give you this false hopes and these false dreams and trying to use you and pour out your cup, saying that they making they choosing you you, the same way how they can cut you out, they can cut them out too. And they don't realize that again, you still that one little pebble of that damn Angry Bird on the last level, and you done hit that doggone tower, and it's slowly leaning to fall. Again, you got to take that leap of faith instead of keep on dealing with these delays, especially dealing with you, Virgo. Stop putting your heart on your sleeve and giving people these expectations, these high expectations, so they can use you like they normally do. It's time for you to walk away from that and make the best decision that you ever made, because right now you are being carried away. You see, take me away. Oh, my bad. That was just in my head. But you see how they walking away. It's time to walk away on a new journey, but you are being guided by your ancestors, though. You're being guided by the universe. It's time. Did they kick you over that edge? Yeah, they kicked you over that edge. Oh, because you was too infatuated about something. You was trying. See, and the Virgo problem is we too busy to be stuck trying to win a certain situation and not seeing a whole overall picture. So whatever you was obsessed with, Virgo or Crosswatch, whatever you was obsessed with emotionally, you was too obsessed, like the Three of Cups in reverse. So what had to happen is, even though it's time for you to take this leap of faith, because it's all based on your foundation of where you want to go. So, and no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna be nice on that one. I'm gonna be nice. So the way how you walking away from certain situations, from certain choices, it's all based on your structure. It's all based on something that you want to birth new. And people don't understand, even though you was that one little pebble again. While it's falling, everything may look like it's okay, but you did not give everybody the full recipe of the Virgo way, because you was already intuitive of knowing what was going on beforehand. This is the difference of how spiritual that you are. Like you, some of y'all are visionaries, some of you are seers. Now, for me, I'm a frequency reader, but yes, I can see the frequency off of people when you finna betray me or when you finna turn around and try to cross me out. Now, will I let you still rock in your lane? Yeah, I'm gonna still let you rock in your lane, because I'm too busy getting the analytics of how exactly you trying to play me out. So when I end up seeing this cycle come around again, I'm already counteracting before you even thought about coming this direction. So if it didn't go beneficial to you and you thinking it's already beneficial, you don't even know. I already looked down the board like a Virgo. So even if I lost the situation, it's still a checkmate, because you still got red flagged in the whole situation. So even like Virgos, that's how they operate. Yeah, Virgos like to be. If you checkmate a Virgo, don't believe that just because you checkmated, when the Virgo walk off, or when the divine person walk off, let's say it correctly, when the divine walk off, you still got to face with that karma. You still got to understand, if I only would have kept that person around long enough, I would have got the knowledge that I could to see how they operated so gracefully. But you already had the spirit of discernment, knowing, like, even in relationships, when people cheating from the patterns, even knowing when things off, when you be around them all the doggone time, and then things start to act differently. Even when it comes to a job, when you see the numerous of cycles that you have been in, when you done allowed yourself to go from job to job to job to job to job, whoever I'm speaking with, and you start to see the patterns of everything is starting to do the same thing. So with that basically being said, you are starting trying to birth out something new towards a direction, and you don't even got to worry about, because all these conflicts that happen, even though you walked away, everybody's still at feud with each other. Even though you left a relationship, they still got to think about the memories of when they date somebody else, about the goodness that you gave them. And even with yourself, even though things that you used to do in an old way have changed, doesn't mean that still dictate you, who you are with your character. Let's keep going. I say, amen. I say, let's keep going. Make sure y'all hit that like button as well. Oh, dang, I ain't even do no shout out to y'all, man. I'm so sorry. No, like, I get a shout out. Hold on, let's keep going, though, because we real deep in this right now. Now, I feel like right now, with this unexpected storm or some type of unexpected event that you already saw coming, you already knew it was what it was. So you already accepted and already probably started moving forward before you found some type of final outcome when it comes to somebody trying to come back into your life, or some type of final outcome when you're trying to wait on an application here and an application there, or some type of final outcome, even when it's dealing with yourself. You are already seeing this, you already expected the unexpected of how things can try to weaken your spirit or weaken your core. So you no longer been compassionate about it. Again, with this new beginning that you having, that you understood, it was the problem that spirit had to kick you out of this so you can let this cycle be completed. Some of you didn't want this to be completed, even though you was hoping and wishing and having faith for things to go in your favor. But what happened was, it was a checkmate. Yeah, you lost the game, but this person will always remember that you was the only one that put them in a situation where they had to check themselves. So you may lost the game, but they still had to learn the lesson, which still helped you win through it all. Because the stalemate, they got to deal with it now. It's checkmate for you because your cycle is over with. You played the game. They understand. You taught them well. You didn't teach them everything, but you taught them enough to get through. If this you teaching them how to love themselves, if this is you teaching them financial stability, if this is you teaching them emotional comfort, if this is you showing them leadership, if this is you showing them integrity, if this is you showing them how to be a true boss, you showed them exactly what it is to be that. Even though they was intimidated or they fear you or they put you out, but they still have to deal with that on the inside. So spiritually, you still won the war even though physically. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can get this. I'm gonna have to talk loud, okay? Cause I didn't know it was gonna go out on me. Okay, I'm sorry. So, okay, can y'all hear me? Hold on. Can you hear me? Yes, yes, yes. Barely. Hold on. Let's see. We good now? Can y'all hear me? A little. Okay. Hold on. Answer. Okay, it's a lot of static. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So let's get through this. Hold on. Now, how about now? Y'all should be able to hear me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get through this. I'm gonna have to come back in later on. Very faint. Oh, okay, but here we go. They don't, they don't want me to get through this. So here we go. Even though with the disputes that you may be going through with certain individuals or certain people that may be in your life, uh, it is good enough. Nah, they don't want this to come out at all. Even though it may be something that may be frustrating you into your life, right? Or something that may not be coming the way that it needs to be. You need to also understand that whoever's watching this, that what happened is you had to accept things for the way how they are. So the more you accepting things for the way how they are about your foundation or the way how you need to be in your life, you had to start to understand how to overcome over certain situations in your life. Now, even though they've been breadcrumbing you, even though you had to go through the ins and outs of certain lessons into your life, you had to stop being compassionate about this all because it's time to buckle down and work harder on the things that you need into your life in order to grow. So when you started to try to focus on yourself, you had to walk out and make these choices or you had to pull back and they didn't like that. So even with relationships, you may pull back your energy and not help people get any money. You may have to do this and you may have to do that. You may have to pull back to see your value, your worth, and who you truly are. And what happened was on a spiritual level, you had to start aiming higher than your own expectations. And when you started to aim high and go higher on the spiritual level, they can't contain you. Yes, they can tell you no. Yes, they can use title. Yes, they can use their ego, but they never gonna control your soul. And when they can't control your soul, that's when they try to get fearful and scared. It's like, I can't control this person. This person is too wild. This person is, I can't tame them. Because no, you are not a tameable individual because individuals are all equal. But when you try to use titleship of control, and let's talk about titleship and control for a second. Y'all got me on one now. Let's talk about titleship and control. Titleship and control is a psychological matter of somebody who was bullied on normally in school, who is normally the lowest one at the bottom that finally get in a position to use their ego like they're higher than somebody else.
Now the problem is about this, even when you psychologically had the lowest self-esteem, so you was probably the one who got picked on. You was the one who probably got bullied. But instead of you being a leader, you wanted to take certain situations, and this is how people act around you, because remember, you the one who put a stop to all of this. When these people get in their ego and stuff like that, it's too prideful for them to see who they truly are. So they're gonna keep giving a facade of something what they are trying to be. But when you come around, Virgo, who egotistical? Oh, well, oh, y'all talking about something else. But anyway, so when you started to aim high and people started to see your expectation is way beyond them, they got jealous and they was unaware about the healing that you was going through, and this is a divine purpose, okay? Now, not only that, you have the strength to overcome over anything that you see. Everything that's going on in your life, you got that divine courage to keep and that willpower to keep overcoming. So that's what makes you different than everybody else. And even though when you get frustrated and everybody think you're back against the wall, they forgot to understand that a Virgo is still a warrior. Even though a Virgo may look at you calmly like that, you may do some old Jedi Star Wars stuff and take one of them sticks and knock all nine in one battle. So that's why people is so fearful of you, and they can't tame you and they can't control you. It's because of the point they can't control themselves. They don't know how to be real with themselves. They don't know how to be true and be truthful to people in order to lead. And what happened was all the stuff that you done put into Virgo, they wanted you to rush through this, and you start seeing the lessons to overcome. So they had to get rid of you. That's for some of you. Or you were just in a relationship situation again. They couldn't do it because they had to see who do it all themselves. So Virgo, you had to let this in for you to see a brand new beginning. I'm sorry about my microphone going out. I didn't know. I seen somebody say it can't hear. That's what made me just like, okay, my bad. I should have charged it even more. Yeah, like I say, don't pop my top. But again, even when you pop your top and things had to be cut off, it's still for a reason. Again, Virgos are the last people to pop their top unless something ain't right. But then again, you gotta understand, even though people want you to follow some type of structure and some type of program, they still gonna break the rules no matter who they are. Relationship, companionship, friendship, or businessship. So you gotta understand how to play the game. You gotta understand how to see their psychological behavior, or whether the blueprint of them as an individual, to see how they operate so you can maneuver through. And when you can't see it, or when you peep game and they're like, oh my goodness, they know what I'm up to subconsciously. Nobody gonna know this but me. I gotta get rid of them. And this is how Virgos go through the cycle of losing jobs and popping their top and losing blessings at the same time. You're not losing your blessing. It just wasn't the right blessing meant for you. You already got enough out of this. You can't feed everybody. And then the ones who are low vibrational and still got what they want, they got to understand, after you gave them all the breadcrumbs, you didn't give them the pure breadcrumbs. You didn't give them let's say you didn't give them the fresh breadcrumbs. You gave them the stale ones. Like, okay, I see you eating my breadcrumbs off of my breadcrumbs. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to filter out and give you the stale ones now. So even though you thinking you getting what you getting out of me, you ain't getting what God showed me. You ain't getting what the universe has provided for me. What you're getting is what I see you trying to manipulate and to deceive me off of. So I'm going to give you the bare minimum. I know the volume is bad, baby. Now, not only that, the only difference is you still got faith. You still got that energy. You still got that faith. You still got that energy to keep pushing forward and to harvest yourself into stability. So, with that basically being said, I'm finna go let this charge up. Y'all want me to come back for a part two? Y'all want a part two? Give me about, I want to give myself about a good hour. Y'all want a part two? I'm going to give a part two. I'm going to give a part two, but it's going to be a new title, but it's going to be a part two to this, okay? So I am not, for real, because right now, Spirit try to block us. Somebody didn't need you to hear this. Somebody didn't want you to hear this. somebody want to distort the volume. So again, it may be a situation where this energy is very true, because I feel like the dark energy did not want you to hear this, because this is how some of y'all been going through, wondering why this energy had to happen like this. Is because you had to go through a test of standing your ground, who you are with the people you love, for the people you compassionate about, for the people that crossed you out, and you had to stand and make a difference in order for this new chapter to take flight and take place, to let it go. I feel like I really do need to come back in about 10 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's going to be 8 o'clock my time. I think I really do need to come back for a 10 o'clock. And that's just where everybody can get the kids down, because right now, this is too deep. I want to leave the cards exactly like this, but I ain't going to even do that. I'm not going to write down nothing. We're just going to start dropping cards. We're going to go back in prayer and meditation, and we're going to start dropping cards, okay? I really want to do this on this one, and this is ain't about because I don't like the way how this turns out. I mean, it's cool, but it's too much static. It's too much flow that's trying to break this. So, peace, love, and light, love, and peace. We will continue this. Get ready. It's going to be a different title, but y'all already know we're going to drop right up into this thing, and we're going to see what else was going on, because this tragic end got to happen so this new one can begin. These final chapters of what's going on, Virgo, is you understanding who you are on a mental, physical, spiritual level, dealing with relationships, dealing with friends who are snakes, dealing with it's dealing with business, it's dealing with people trying to cut your finances, it's dealing with people just trying to show the audacity to play with a spiritual divine one. Nah, we gotta come back. It's too much controversy. So peace, love, and light, love, and peace. I'll be back. Y'all stay tuned. We got 2 hours. I love y'all. Man. Namaste. I'm finna get this. We finna get everything together with this microphone and everything. I'm making sure we coming in so everybody can hear this. Ashe, Amen, Salah.